Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make a lot of gold from doing market resetting on materials and flipping them for a profit. So on the screen right now, here's a market reset that I did in less than like a couple hours. So on the top is how much we paid for it, 284,000, and resold all of them for 399,000, which is a nice little 114k profit from a couple of hours, and this is just doing a market reset on one item. Now the add-ons that you're going to need is Auctionator, you're also going to need Point Blank Sniper, and then of course TSM, which is Trade Skill Master. You're going to need them add-ons to make this work properly. So what you're going to do is find a really popular item, preferably from Dragonflight because they have the best sell rate. You want to find an item that sells a lot of volume. So volume is the main key, just so you can control the market and you can see them sell in front of you very quickly. If you do it with an item that doesn't have too much volume, then it's going to be hard to sell them, and you'll be spending a lot of time. So the more they sell, the better. Now you want to also find an item that has a whole heap posted below the market value, because what we're going to be doing is buying them all the way out until a bit over the market value, sometimes around 100% of the market value, or you can even go a bit more. It depends on the item and what the prices do. But for an example, if we buy out all of these all the way down to here, we're going to have a smart average buy of 3 gold and 17 silver. So when we sell them, we need to make sure that we're selling them for more than 3 gold and 17 silver, plus you need to take in consideration the auction house fee, which is 5%. So we need to have it more than the 3 gold and 17 silver plus the 5% for the auction house fee. You need to take that into consideration. So what we can do right here is we can buy them all the way down. Now there's a heap that are really cheap, as you can see, and there's a heap around 3 gold. So what we'll try to do with this is try to reset the price on this material to over 4 gold. So this will be over the market value, but these things sell really quickly, and we should be able to sell a bunch of them for a very good profit. Now we could buy just 3 gold and 51 silver to make it even safer. That would be about where the market value is for these, but what we'll do is we can make it go a bit higher just to make even a bit more profit from this. So like you seen at the start, we made like 114k just from doing this flip. So let's go ahead and buy out all of these. Now when you're doing this, you really need to make sure that you have an item that has a very good sell rate and sells a lot of volume. It's very important. If you do it with a completely dead item that isn't traded much, it's going to be very hard to sell them off at a profitable price before more people flood the auction house with even cheaper ones. So the main thing, it needs to be an item that has a big volume. Now as you can see, we're going to buy them all out all the way down to where we're spending a decent amount of gold. So this is also not really beginner friendly. You're going to need a bit of gold to actually invest in the first place, and it is a flip, so it can get risky, but if done correctly and on the right items, you can pretty much guarantee that you can make an easy profit doing this. And now what I like about doing this sort of market resetting is that there is no limitation onto how much gold you could make. If you do this with enough items and the right items, you can make millions of gold within like hours. It's absolutely crazy. There are a few other big people that do market resetting, so you have a tiny bit of competition, but if you find the right items to do this with, you can really make a lot of gold from doing this. So what I think we're going to do, as you can see, there's 40,000 posted at 4 gold and 79 silver. We could even reset the price all the way down to there. We'd only have to buy like another 4,000 more. So I think that is what we're going to do. We can reset it all the way down to 4 gold. We could even buy the ones that are posted at 4 gold. We have enough other cheap ones to make the average price still very low at around 3 gold and 20 silver. And that's like the average price that we'll be paying for all of these. So we could go up a little bit higher and buy them 2,000 for 4 gold, or we could stop at the 4 gold mark and then resell them for 4 gold each. That still gives us a lot of room for a lot of profit. So let's go ahead and let's grab all of them. Now, as you've seen at the start of the video, we did end up making a lot of gold from doing this one market reset. So it did work out very, very well. So what you want to do is gather all these up. And as you can see, our smart average buy will start to change on the TSM tooltip. Because we're using a fresh TSM profile, we have no data on this character. It will show us the exact smart average buy that we spent on all of these items. As you can see, it is 3 gold and 20 silver. That is the average price that we have paid for these. So as long as we're selling it over that plus the 5% auction house fee, then we'll be in the profit. But what we're going to be doing is selling it for over 4 gold. So we're definitely going to be making a very good profit from selling all of these. And we brought 55,000 of them. So even if we made 1 gold each of them, that's still 55,000 gold profit just from flipping these. And now these will sell extremely quick. We actually managed to resell them all within like a couple of hours. We had them all sold. Now, as you can see, I'm thinking about buying these ones for 4 gold each, because then we could reset it. Now you obviously can't buy the ones for 4 gold and 79 silver because there's 40,000 of them, and it's already at a very high price compared to the market value. But I think what we can do is we can buy out them 2,000 that are posted for only 4 gold, and that will still keep our smart average buy down. So we'll go ahead and we'll buy those also, and then we can sell all of the ones that we have, which will be what, 87,000 now, for 4 gold and 79 silver, making even more profit from doing this. And now you may think, what's stopping other people from posting for the item on the auction house for cheaper? Well, there's a few things to keep the price at the same price. You can either buy out what they post up on the auction house, so if it's still way cheaper, you can buy them out and then reset the price back to your price. Now that is why it's so important to have an item with a good sell rate, so that you can afford to buy some more. Like for an example, we're going to buy these another 40 for only 4 gold, but we know that we can sell this very, very quickly, and we can sell a whole heap of them before people can basically flood the market with cheaper ones. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Auctionator. Now this has a really good posting feature where you can post like this, and you can see on the right hand side under owned, it actually shows you if you're the next person to sell. So if someone undercuts us, it will pop up and it will say that we are not under owned. It will say no, and ours won't be the very top one, meaning we won't get the next sale. You always want to make sure that your item is the next to sell. And when I'm posting, I'm only posting stacks of 1,000, so I'm not flooding the market, and I can constantly just keep on posting 1,000 with each time, and I don't have to go to the mailbox every single time. As you can see, someone has just posted one under us, so all I do is post another 1,000, and that means our 1,000 will sell before that person's one that he posted. And you constantly want to make sure that your stock is the most competitive price, so when a sale goes through, yours is what is going to sell. So you constantly just want to keep on refreshing this tab, making sure that you are the most competitive price. Once you start to run out of items in your bags, you can do a cancel scan. You can remove all the ones that you've been undercut on, and then grab them out of the mailbox and throw them back up. So as you can see, we've got a couple more that have been posted under us. There's one that's 1 silver less. Now what you could do, you could buy that out if you want to keep it definitely at 4 gold and 79 silver, which is only 1 silver difference. So you could buy it out and reset the price back to where you're at, or you could just leave it and then start selling there. Or the third option is you could wait a little bit and maybe someone else buys that, making the price go back to yours, like what just happened just then. So I just waited a couple seconds and someone already brought out that one that was posted. Now the price is back to ours. Oh no, watching this back, we actually did just post it for the same price. It's only 1 silver difference. Now a tip to do when you're using Auctionator, you want to set this to 12 on your default duration. This will just help save a little bit of gold because we're going to be cancel scanning, And then with this, you can have the quantity set up to whatever number you want. I like to do 1000. So you put it under trade goods or whatever is this sort of item, but you're going to be doing this with trade goods because they're materials. Now what we're going to do is add in another item. So let's do a market reset on the spinefish. Now these are all fish from dragonflight, so they have a really good sell rate, and people are constantly throwing them up in the auction house. So it's very easy to find a good deal on these. Sometimes the price drops really low, and we'll go ahead and we'll buy a third. So when I'm doing this, I like to do it with multiple items. The more basically the better. If you're controlling multiple markets, you can make even more gold, and you're already at the auction house, so why not do it with multiple items? And if you'd like to know the best items to do this with and get my TSM groups and my auctionator shopping list, which has all of the best materials to do this with and items, you can find that all inside the flipping guide, and you also will have a step-by-step guide on how to actually flip in retail with flipping materials. Plus there's like 5 other different methods of flipping for retail that I teach in there. And also I teach how to flip in Wrath. So you get all of that inside of the flipping guide, plus you get access to a private Discord where we help each other out with gold making and flipping advice. But as you can see, we're really starting to sell them now. We've got 278,000 gold worth of sales from these 3 market resets. So the gold is definitely coming in very quick. Every second we're getting a few sales, selling 1,000, a couple hundred. And after about 2 hours, we managed to sell all of the items from the 3 market resets. So let's open up the mailbox. As you can see, we have 945,000 K in sales in the mailbox. So we made a really good profit, over 200K profit from doing all 3 of these market resets. And it only took us from start to when we were buying them to once we have sold everything. Took just over, I think it was around a couple of hours, and we managed to make over 200K just from sitting at the auction house flipping materials. Like I mentioned before, if you would like to learn how to do this, you can learn exactly how inside of the flipping guide. It teaches you everything that you need to know about flipping in retail, and you also get the groups. But let's check out the TSM here. As you can see, we've been doing only material flipping on this. The first few days we were doing just sniping, and then at the end here you can see the big market resets that we did where we spent a lot of gold and then worked our way all the way up to 1.4 mil. So super stoked with how their market resets went. They worked extremely good, and it's very easy way to make a lot of gold. And if you know what you're doing, it's not that risky. If you know the right items and exactly how to do it, you can do it pretty much risk-free and make a lot of gold doing so. You can make even more gold than this. That is the beauty of doing market resets. If you reset the price on the correct material at the right time, you can make millions of gold within hours. It's within minutes. It's absolutely crazy when you get a really profitable market reset. So one that I did for an example was on the Dracothus. When they first came out, I managed to buy a whole heap for I think it was 3K, and then reset the market value back up to, I think it was 6K, and I made millions of gold within 40 minutes of selling them. They all sold, and I made a lot of gold from doing that. Anyways guys, that was it for today's video. If you enjoyed, hit the thumbs up button and remember to subscribe for more gold making content, and also a bunch of flipping content is going to be coming out over the next few days and weeks.